Tensions flared in the St. Lucian Senate on Thursday as the Senate President repeatedly scolded the leader of the opposition business for his interruptions during the debate on the amendment of the value-added tax schedule to facilitate the upcoming T20 Cricket World Cup. The heated exchange began after Leader of Government Business Gideon Ferdinand's comments about England fans' view of test matches and limited overs cricket. Opposition leader Dominic Fedee strongly objected, leading Senate President Alvina Reynolds to intervene, advising that the member follow the standing orders and parliamentary procedure. Fede defended his actions, saying the government member was misleading the House.
There's no flight connection. You're talking about a 5 hours drive. Remember, you're living in a dream world.
Senator Fede, you stood up on a point of order and to tell the senator that he's living in a dream world. Senator Fede, I shall please ask you to withdraw this last statement.
I do apologize for the dream world statement, but the point still stands. He's misleading the House.
And I shall not be asking you again to ensure that your language in this House is always honorable. Let's move on.
The querulous debate over the preferences of England and Australian cricket fans visiting St. Lucia continued after another attempt at a point of order that the presiding officer deemed poorly executed.
Now, I did see.
Again, Madam President, the member is misleading he's misleading the House. That is not true.
Senator Fede, when you stand, you indicate to me that you stand on a point of order. I have to ask you, what is your point of order? You take on the House like you're in charge. Senator Fede, take your seat until such time that you learn how to address yourself in this House.
Madam President, I stand on a point of order.
Take your seat and then you will start over.
Senator Fede took exception to the presiding officer's admonishments on parliamentary decorum.
I stand on the point of order, Madam
What is your point of order, Senator Fede?
Madam President, this is a democratically constituted Senate. I'm sorry, with all due respect, I am not a school child. We have to address each other with mutual respect. And so I really do not appreciate you shouting at me. But what I'll say to you, no, I don't. I don't. However, I'll say that I stand on a point of order. And my point of order, the member is misleading the House.
I have asked you to indicate what is your point of order.
To suggest that that England only follows a test match is inaccurate.
Madam President,
to suggest that the Barmy Army and to have England for a test match is inaccurate. We have seen that the country which has hosted England, St. Lucia, during the limited overs World Cup of 2007, and there was a reason why they did it, we saw thousands, hundreds of Barmy Army fans coming to St. Lucia. Let the member speak the truth.
But Reynolds shut down the back and forth, stating the claims could not be definitively proven. The Senate President ultimately insisted they move on from the cricket fan debate given the subjectivity of the debate.
Senators, there shall not be a back and forth on this matter anymore. It seems like these are opinions, are not facts. We cannot prove who or how many follow the English team or the Australian team.
Senator Fede would then proceed to leave the Senate chamber.
It makes no point we're going back and forth, so we shall not have an interruption again. Proceed, Senator Gideon.
Madam President, I agree and I move on because we're not getting anywhere. This is not what the motion is about.
The heated exchange is the latest running with the presiding officer in both chambers of Parliament for the former government minister. Joachim du Plessis, HTS News Force.